Well, hello there and good day. Thank you so much for joining me at Dystopian Report, the place where we talk about the nightmare world we found ourselves in. I'm your host, Jesse Pullman. It is April 4th. It is 2:06 a.m. as I record this attempt, and this is episode 25 of the Dystopian Report, which means I want to thank you all for watching, and I do hope you will subscribe to the channel if you find this video helpful. We're trying to hit 100 by the end of the year. So I know I had promised this would be a video about the channel, how it's doing, and some past stories, but I wanted to get this one done because it's about, well, we're going to talk about tariffs, artificial intelligence, and just completely, if my facial expression and my silence does not give it away, what the hell are we doing here? So I want to take us over to, I want to kind of walk you through how I found out what was going on last night before the reporting was later reported out today. So George Perks, I don't know how to say that, but he's a blue sky person. I don't really know him at all, but he said, I have to confirm this, but it looks quite optically right, and yeah, this is insane. And it's a post by Hi No Thanks, saying, James Sorowecki, and the name rings a bell, but I'm not sure who that is, has discovered where the completely fabricated Trump tariff rate has come from for each country. For every country, they took our trade deficit with that country and divided it by this country's exports to us. What does that mean? Well, we'll get into it. Pirks did the math, and yes, the tariff rate is exactly a math formula here, where this number is 10%. It's 10%. It's literally every country matched precisely. So what they basically did is they took the difference in trade, right? Let's say we here in the United States, we buy $1 trillion worth of stuff from China. China buys 800 billion worth from us. That's a $200 billion difference. They did math based on those numbers and called it reciprocal tariffs. I want to stress to you that's not what a tariff is. That's a trade deficit. They're completely different things. A trade deficit is the difference between how much I trade with you. If you're trading with me and I'm trading with you, if you're China, I'm the United States, what's the difference? And which favor is it in? In other words, if I'm buying more from China than I am selling to China, then I have a trade deficit with China. That's not a bad thing, just in general. A tariff is an import tax placed on the good, whereas if I put a tariff on China, it's like, hey, if we bring in Chinese, I don't know, what's something cool that comes from China? Pick something, right? Pick anything from any country. Something we get from China that's really cool, panda bears. Panda bears are awesome. I don't know what to tell you. Panda bears, if we want to buy a panda bear, we have to pay the government an extra cost on top of it, but not the Chinese government. We're paying our own government. So if I bought a panda bear, I would be paying an extra tax to buy the panda bear, not just the cost of the panda bear. Does that make sense? I hope it does, because this next part is going to be even worse. We're going to return back to this document, and we're going to scroll down a little bit. This concept that someone says this concept doesn't make conceptual sense, and the math isn't making conceptual sense. I bet the concept of counting a trade deficit as tariffs came from the boss. There's no other earthly reason this would happen. Well, this person here stands with Ukraine. Joe, we fucking warned you. Hey, you said it, not me. It came from AI. Quoting a Twitter user by the username of Krishnan Rohit. I think that's how you say it. This might be the first large-scale application of AI technology to geopolitics. All of this stuff, all these different AIs apparently say this is the thing. Now, here's why I didn't make this video last night. I didn't make this video last night because I wanted to wait for that reporting to be proven out, right? Because I wanted to make sure that this reporting was accurate. Well, guess what we have here? We have the Latin Times. Trump accused of using ChatGPT to create tariff plan after AI leads users to the same formula. I mean, I'm not sure what to tell you. I'm really not. This is the case, which seems to be the case. They really did outsource their thinking and their entire strategy to artificial intelligence, and it's caused a major global economic disaster to unfold that absolutely does not need to happen. So now you know how this works, right? Now you know basically how I learned about it. Now you've learned about it, and hopefully we're all well and good. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. Again, this is our 25th video, so if you like these reports, do take a minute to like, share, subscribe, friend, follow, or whatever. Leave a comment. Comments help the channel a whole lot. Here's to the next 25. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you watch this as soon as this goes live, which will be like 2:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 4th of April, 2025, then, you know, probably like sometime tomorrow evening it'll go live. I don't know if the computer just made a sound. If it did, I apologize. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. As always on this channel, pieces.